Well, hello everybody, welcome back to episode 353 of Pillars of Eternity. I'm IVATOPIA, and we're getting some information about the tribes from the IVATOPIA, however you say your name. Again, I'm butchering these names. Tell me about the stone Bramble. Mostly dwarves out of the White March. They're one of the younger tribes formed over the years by trade routes between the wilds and the mountains. They see themselves as genuine Clefinen through, and you can argue with them. Only Fisher Crane defends sites in hospitable territory. Hospitable. Personally though, I say it's gone to their heads. They like to think the rest of us have it easy in the lowlands, forgetting that the wars with the Estron never reached their mountains. Still, they came to our aid during both. They named for a tough, thorny little plant that grows up in the mountains. It suits them. Oh, so they're the ones I'm gonna try to head off because of the trespassing. Oh, brilliant. They're the toughest ones of the group. I'm familiar with the twice split arrows. Not many are. They're traditionally outcasts and exiles from other tribes. Probably the least respected tribe of them all. Or was it the twice arrows we're going after? I'm interfering with somebody, aren't I? I've got to stop or tackle somebody. But our ancestors believed they should have a voice, and so they got a seat among the six. I kind of feel it could be them. Not them, how I thought it was. It could be them, twice arrows. Most of their other tribes see them as scavengers and bottom feeders, but don't say that to a twice split arrow. They think themselves survivors, and they're as proud of their tribe as anyone else. She shrugs. They accept anyone, and suppose there's virtue in that. You never know what you're getting with them, though. Some clans will rob you blind, and others will slaughter a lamb for the honour of you. Ooh. Okay, so the twice split arrows are divided into multiple clans. So that's good. That means that the ones that attack them, if I take them out, it may not affect any other twice split arrows or any of these others. Brilliant. Because they could be one of the worst ones out there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they are. The guided compass is your tribe, right? Indeed, we're one of the younger tribes and not one of the most prestigious. We tried to keep the peace with the Estrom, which has earned us the reputation of appeasers among some of our hard-line brethren in the Free Tusk Stallion and the Keeper of the Stone. We value our heritage as Glathrans, but we recognise that the Estrom are here to stay. The way we see it, we can better follow our mandate to protect the places of the builders by making peace with our neighbours. Let's ask you about another matter. Something else? To know more about you. I am the Ephlam of the Guided Compass. Like many Ephlams, I have leadership in my blood, while tribal authority is not strictly basically passed down. We believe that strong leaders can impact a portion of their soul to their children and grandchildren, meaning that again I'm butchering this every time, may succeed from a single line for my generations. She worries a sharpened thumb claw. Of course, with all that's happened here lately, I've wondered whether my family's line is coming to an end with me. Farewell. That's a good way to end it. 2 days, what's this about? Oh, a sign one, okay. Major adventure, nice. Sign. It's him, I was wondering if he was the one of these race originally. Do you want to go and get it? Okay.
Ready when you are.
Oh, that's what I want to check. I noticed when I was editing earlier from my episodes that the sound, because I've been keep pushing it down to about 80% after the game records, and put my voice up to 200. I always put mine to 200, and depending on the game, put it to 100 or whatever, push it up. Like for example, IWD, Pro X, I always push that down to 30%. So obviously from 100 down to 30, minus 30, so to speak. And I always put the Fire Pro parts to 15. So again, from 100 down to 15, and it goes up to 200. So with this, I've been keeping it at 100 because the battle's been fine, and I thought the voice was fine. But then I looked at the big, what was it? The big court case we just did a few episodes ago, and I noticed it was really low. I turned it up, and with my voice being a lot higher, I think it's fine for you to listen to, but you do have to turn it up during that episode, that sucks a little bit. But I looked at the sound on the computer, it was down to 98%. I was like, when did I get down? No, I wish it should be 100. I think that's why I got low. It's obviously during that time, a button must have got knocked or something, and it put the sound down. So I was going to have a look now to see if I can actually turn the voices up a little bit. Oh, I actually have them maxed. Ah, interesting. I have effects match too. Okay, so I can turn the effects down a little bit, put the master volume up, but that'll help the voices and keep the fighting down. And maybe I can keep all at 100 when I do these from now on. Let's try that. So let's put that down to 50 and let double this to 40. That should theoretically keep the at 100 the same, and when I took over at 200 should be fine, and that should double the voices. So the voices should be a lot easier to hear from now on. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Okay, save changes.
Yeah?
See if that helps. My brother fleeing in shame. I don't believe any of it. Okay, so now we can actually cross what's really, really, really good. We can actually cross what's great, and I'm trying to talk over the stomping above my head. I'm sorry about that.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Do you not want to come? You have a nice chit chat over there still? I need to look at their quest too. Probably can have a chat with her now. But yeah, there was a lot of stomping then. I was trying to talk over, so I have to cut it out. So hopefully, if the stomping comes through, I apologise. Okay, because it's stopped now, but it's good. Both decentral in the compact log can be minimised if you wish to explore the world with only the character portraits visible. Nice. Command game, load up. Then I'll look at the past quests. Okay, oh, it's not showing anything. Test and large. So that instantly should have been speak with Delvin Tower and Elm's Reach, yeah. Which one was hers? She should still have to probably say talk to her or something. That's Durand. In Endless Path, that might be more unlocked now, but I don't know. Locate the forest from the latest vision. So we're still doing that. Find Soap Well. Obviously, we have to pass the White March to do that. We're stuck. How Yen died. Poem. Oh, that's the sword. We've got to work out that. He's got that trapped on him. Live in the grief of mother's past. Oh. Can we talk to her? Mother on the road, I experienced a dream, or was it a memory of childbirth? How's the grieving mother herself can explain it? Oh, maybe I can talk to her about that then. To Rumble Drywood Village. I've still got to do that. Drywood Obsidian always wellness and the Dorwin scout I met in the Twin Elms asked me to Warherd. Pending left an ambush. Oh yeah, still got to do that. Okay, was there more down here? Ah, must be one of these. So I need to talk to grieving mother. Ancient Sober still doing that. The bounty, let's just go back home and hand that in. A bit more XP. Didn't point to all, but it did. Okay. Deliver the dead. Okay, apparently everything's done then. I guess I can just finally try and chat to her then. Okay, so
Your thoughts must flow deeply.
let's see if there's anything else for her first.
Need something.
Ooh, there's a lot of spots to apparently. Eyes glimmer with a divine spark as she coolly appraises you. Need something? I was wondering about your order, the Brotherhood of the Five Sons. Papa nods softly. Back in the Republics, we call it the Firman Solas. I can't butcher these names. The Five Sons are the Duke Bells, the great dukes, who rule over the most powerful republics. Saba, Asba, Salo, Azul, Rava, whatever. That's why I wish you could just speak, voice it to me. Duke Bells, I'm really hoping because Pillars 2, like I said, it's out, I backed it on Kickstarter, I put it on the channel very quickly, skipping all the dialogue so I didn't ruin anything in case it connects. But I've not been able to play it since because I want to finish this. I'm really hoping they put a lot more voice acting in it, and I know they're doing a new game that I believe is, everyone's comparing it to like Skyrim, what I think is silly, because they're like, oh, it's going to be compared to Skyrim, and I'm like, Skyrim sucked. Oblivion, Morrowind, absolutely amazing. They were the pinnacle of Elder Scrolls games. Skyrim, they just dumbed it down so much. It's like if they're going, and I heard someone said they're going down more the Oblivion and the Morrowind route, and if that's the case, brilliant. With the exception of the voicing, I'm hoping they do full voicing because that's why I think they're so good. Morrowind is amazing in every shape or form. The one downside, other than obvious the graphics, because it's an old game now, and the odd bugs. That's why I stopped playing because of certain bugs, because it kind of ruined my save. But other than that stuff, the game itself is beautiful. It's amazing, it's awesome, but you have to read everything. And that's the part like this, you gotta keep reading. Oblivion, a little smaller, but it doesn't feel it, because it is fully voiced over completely. And I like that. So I'm hoping their new Pillars, it's set in the Pillars universe, but it's going to be first person like Oblivion, basically Elder Scrolls games in general. I'm hoping that when people say it's like Skyrim, it's just like Skyrim in the sense of the fully voiced over, but it's more like Morrowind. What I felt took everything that Oblivion, sorry, what took everything that Morrowind had and made better, even if it shrank the game slightly. But the thing is, the game's so big, anybody hardly knows it's been shrank. And again, I got a certain bug ruined the game for me. What sucks, after less than like 900 hours into the game, and I got the same with Morrowind. Where Skyrim, I got 6 hours into it, instantly a massive bug. Like, you gotta be kidding me. And it just felt so dumbed down in comparison. The Lord felt so... The only part that was good in Skyrim was the first dragon fight. After that, just the 6 hours to do it. So I'm going to obviously, when the next Elder Scrolls comes out, I will get it. I will try it. And I will give it a chance. And if it's just like Skyrim or worse, then I won't be getting the DLCs or anything for them like Skyrim I didn't. Where Morrowind, I got all DLCs, everything. Same with Oblivion. Even the horse armor. With Oblivion, I got everything for that. Because it was so good. Even though technically, it was actually that horse armor, really, that actually screwed my game up, thinking about it. If I really go back in time and think about it. Basically, I loved that horse with the armor, and I stored my stuff in my horse, and randomly my horse disappeared, never came back. So I looked online. Apparently it's a normal problem. You basically just have to travel a little bit for half an hour, it comes back. But did that? Nothing happened. Then I looked online again. Oh, another option is once you travel 4, 5, 10 hours, it will come back. Did that? Nothing happened. And then at that point, oh, once you pass this quest and this quest, it comes back. Okay, I'm done the quest. Pastime quest. Another 20, 30 hours into the game at this point. Still no horse. Well, you can always put the cheat in what spawns it for you. Okay, spawned it. There's a horse with none of my items and doesn't have the bloody armour on. And then it goes, oh, well, just keep playing it, eventually come back. So I played for another like 40 hours. So I'm like 40 hours into the game now, and at that point I was like, this is stupid, it's never coming back. So my choices are to keep playing without the thing that I've been trying and spend the last 40 hours trying to manipulate to get back, what shouldn't have disappeared, or go back 40 hours and have no clue what I've done, what I haven't done, and repeating content I've already done, and it's not going to be the same adventure because I've already made decisions and done this, yada yada. Or just stop, and I stop basically. It sucks because like I said, I was 90 hours, 100 plus hours in the game. So it sucks that such a great game, a stupid bug ruined it. And same thing with Morrowind. Basically, the main quest, I apparently early in my game killed the main quest giver, didn't realise. And it's before they patched it in that this guy's a put to the quest. So obviously the time he died, I'm probably like 40, 50, 60 hours into it. But that's fine. I started doing all the side quests and the expansions. Then the expansion ended up screwing up too. And it's a way that I feel something like Divinity. Okay, sorry I got interrupted, the dog was barking like mad in the middle of my story, so anyway, I'll talk to the next episode. Anyway, let me try and finish my story very quick while I'm with you, and we'll go back to talk to the next episode. And as I said, I was doing the werewolf stuff, and the gist of the quest was, well, basically the gist of it, at one night, you know, when you go out, you have to kill one person, don't you? Otherwise, I think you woke up with your stats down or something. And during this I was attacked, and everybody attacks you, and I was attacked middle night and I killed somebody in the middle of the wilderness. Well, I ended up following the quest line, and I got this hammer. You're supposed to get this hammer to open this ice. It's apparently magic ice or something silly like that. Well, I went to the guy who has it. He doesn't have it. Well, sorry, correction. I went to the guy who I thought had it, where he was supposed to be. He wasn't there. And I must have spent 20, 30 hours looking for this idiot. Finally found his dead body in the middle of the ice, in the middle of the island. So he was the one who chased me and attacked me. And he chased me all the way back there. So I was like, oh, fudge, you gotta be kidding me. So I found him, and then I looked at his stuff, his inventory's gone. I was like, okay, when I killed him, I would have looted him. That means I sold his stuff. Sugar, where did I sell it? Probably the original village. I didn't even think of checking that cellar. So I went all the way back there. Looked down, and I was like, holy look, there's the hammer. Can't believe it. But the hammer, went to the guy to give him the hammer to use it, and what does he turn around? Whatever, I forgot the exact phrase, but basically, you must talk to Thingy and receive the hammer. I was like, I've got the hammer here. You must go and get the hammer. And he kept saying something along that lines. I was like, you gotta be kidding. I've got the hammer here. I even pulled it out. And then I think I killed him with it 3 or 4 times. I kept reloading. I've got the hammer. And he just wouldn't accept the hammer. Because apparently I hadn't talked to so-and-so who I got off his dead corpse. Well, obviously that's Divinity. My point was, they would have had it set in, so once you put off the dead corpse, you could have still used it. Because they put in multiple ways of quests. So for that reason, I had to leave Morrowind too. And with that being said, I'm going to end the episode here, so please like, subscribe, please see you next time, and we'll go back to it next time. Bye everyone.